Shin Megami Tensei 5 will launch exclusively on Nintendo Switch November 12th. Pre-orders for the physical version begin June 21st.
That's correct, ladies and gentlemen. We finally got the release date for Shin Megami Tensei 5. I am super hyped about this. Now, there's a lot more things to cover, such as the videos and promotional videos that we've gotten so far about the game. The main character himself seems to be more of an angelic fusion, and more of a demi-fiend, if you will. But it almost seems like the game has more of an SMT2 tones, so if you really want to, play around with the wording, just say SMT2 Nocturne. That seems to be the closest thing this thing resembles. The way that the MC gets his power is that he makes a deal with a angelic god being. Who knows? He's just known as the Blue God, so there's not much to talk about here. But it does seem more of a Dogda situation where it's a pact more than a hostile takeover like the Magatama in Nocturne. The overworld demons is a great thing, and I say great, I mean really great, because now we get to have demons with scale. Now, in SMT4 and SMT4A, we did have overworld enemies, but they were more like technological, like pixelated. Like, you couldn't really tell who they were, but now that you can just see slimes and mandrakes and Jack Frosts and all that in the overworld moving around. The demons also seem to be in correct size, because you see the guardian deities, about like 7 feet tall. You got Seth flying, through the skies. He seems pretty big. Cert in the trailer also looked to be like colossal, like he is, in the mythos. The UI of the game, now a lot of people don't like the UI, but I personally am in love with it. It looks just the right amount of, a lot of information being thrown at us, but not enough to, like, be overloaded. Now, that just could be me, some people could be having trouble with it. Maybe they don't like the look of it. That's fine. That's their opinion. The game also looks like it's running incredibly smoothly. Like, really good. A lot of people were, hesitant if this game was going to look good, since, the Nocturne re-release happened. Now, to be fair, the Switch has trouble emulating the PS2 particle effects, but Atlas should have stayed on the ball and worked on it, which I think they did. I don't own the Switch version, so I can't say anything about that. We have a lot of new demons to talk about. Plus, the redesign for Angel is pretty cool. It seems to have more of a mechanical look, like the hierarchy ones, at the top, like Metatron. And the new demons that we did get to learn the names for in the Atlas, hour-long stream is Amenozaku for the little tiny, Tengu sprite thing. We have Finn McCool, who was a Celtic warrior hunter, or, that just went around and just started popping people. Like, they were in the wrong part of the streets. I like the design of the person. It seems like he's going to be a pretty strong physical demon. So I'm going to probably put him on his on the team, honestly, because I've seen, like, his, animation and all that. It looks pretty good. We have a daemon, or, just the Greek word for demon. That seems to be one of the more Chaos-aligned characters, the ones with the pitchforks that's been, like, hunting down, like, people. Which, is kind of weird, because they're called demons, but this one is a demon named Demon. So, But that's not all. We're also getting some returning demons from the Shin Megami Tensei 2 era of video games. So it's been a pretty long time since they've had a mainstay part in the Shin Megami Tensei. And, these demons are going to be Kamael, Ariok, Jatayu, and then Ubelus. The music composer is the same guy from SMT4 and SMT4A, being Ryota Kazuka. Now, this guy, I really do love his work. Gave us some of the best battle themes that the series has had, such as Battle B2. On another note, Demon Fusion is different now since Mito is no longer seen in SMT5. The homeboy's probably on a, break, maybe on a vacation, maybe gonna go see his family. Good for him, because he's been in every fucking video game since the dawn of time. He needs a break. A little disheartening that, we don't say, "Welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows, where demons gather." But it seems that we have someone else, a goddess, it seems, named Sophia. Sophia is very important in Greek, in terms of goddesses, because she was a goddess of the arts. So, The master of the arts, perhaps? Probably the person who taught Mito how to demon fuse. We don't have any information about how Mito got fusion skills or how he even learned it, so maybe we get some backstory on Mito, which seems pretty good for the Shin Megami Tensei franchise, considering that he's been in every single game. The main character also takes more of an important role this time in, you know, playing a little piano or keyboard or whatever you want to call it, and actually has to play the right tune in order for demons to fuse together successfully. Maybe an accidental failure causes him to miss a note, or maybe even more, like the power goes out or something and we just get a new demon that we do not want. Seems like quite a bit of demons are getting skills, such as Jack Frost getting, you know, a new Bufala technique, and Mermaid getting some type of railing cry. So it seems like a lot of demons are going to get powered up that weren't so useful before, or, you know, just kind of basic in terms of attacking, because, you know, there's not a lot of unique type of attacks in the Shin Megami Tensei usually in the late stage. There's, you know, a demon like with a special fire skill that only he learns, like Serd. But it seems like they're bringing that to like the early game as well, so that you're more inclined to mix and match and probably play around with some demons that haven't been played with, you know, for a while. Speaking of skills, there seems to be a new type of attacking called Makatsuhi skill. Now this seems to be more of a gauge, rather, like that you can go and grind off some fodder in order to level that up. How does it work exactly? I don't know. They haven't showcased that yet. But knowing how Makatsuhi works in Nocturne, you're going to probably collect it for a bit in order to, you know, get some devastating attacks. The MC also has something during his his UI presentation where they saw his skills and all that, and it seems he's getting a skill slot called Miracles. What does this do? Who knows? But knowing about Miracles, it might buff him, it might debuff the enemy, or it might heal him, because Miracles bring positive connotation when it comes to mythology. Hopefully more people talk about the Miracles, because I haven't seen people, you know, talk about it. I do see a lot of people seeing that Makatsuhi gauge, because it's in the top right corner, and they were talking about the press turn, so you can just kind of see it. But Miracles was kind of like, you know, hidden away, so this is probably going to be something that they want to showcase later, or maybe not at all, and have you figure it out when the game comes out. When you die, you see that the fusion wears off, and then you and the whatever blue-haired god is in the, you know, game that gives you the handshake is now separated. You guys are on a tree. Now this tree has been showcased a little bit before when it comes to the promotional video, and it seems to be an important part of the video game, maybe in more of a symbolic way, maybe in more gameplay perspective-wise. It most likely is in reference of the World Tree, which links heaven, hell, and earth all together in like one world. So maybe we get to have some more Norse mythology come in, because I think Norse mythology is underused. But that's not all I want to talk about today. I'm going to also talk about and give you an update on the Nocturne video. We have been working pretty hard on this. I finished, you know, script building and all that, 23 pages long. We have roughly 40 minutes of raw audio footage of me and my co-host talking. So hopefully Nocturne is going to be, we're going to shape it up to be one of the best videos we've created, since everyone loves Nocturne. I like Nocturne. But I'm not going to ride it the entire time. Like, I'm not going to fellatiate Nocturne for the viewers, because everyone knows how good Nocturne is. I'm going to, you know, talk about it how I want to talk about it. And there's some things I don't like with the game, and some things I do like. But that will be all today. Thank you guys for stopping in. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you guys next time.